Hello again and welcome to day 8 of Unveiling the Civility Advent Calendar 2019 series. Thank you once again for always joining, sending your feedbacks, for your likes and the shares. I really do appreciate. Thank you. And so for the benefit of those who are just watching this video for the first time, I did mention when I started that I will be taking the nuggets this year from a book by Dr. P.M. Funny, and it's the Choosing Civility book. And so we're going to be looking at the 25 rules of considerate conduct. We are on day 8, rule 8. And so rule 8 says, accept and give praise. Accept and give praise. I'm going to read a quote very quickly, and that says, the deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. Again, I repeat that. The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. William James. Along the line here, Dr. Funny did mention about even at work, the rate and the statistics of how much workers, employees want or desire to be appreciated even by their boss. So that tells us how important appreciation is. And then he went from the beginning, he actually started by, how when we started growing up as children, the validation of our parents made us bask so much in what you will call our own glory, because we just felt, oh, that makes you feel good within yourself, that your parents think you're excellent, you're a bright or brilliant child, or you look pretty or beautiful in the dress that you've worn. So he said that doesn't stop as children, it carries on even whilst we're old. And so that sort of emphasizes how important it is for people to get those compliments. And I remember watching one of the Oprah Winfrey shows, and she did say something about how human beings always love to get validation. And she mentioned, I can't remember which star she said she invited on the day, and when they came out, the first thing they asked her was, how was it? They just wanted to know how they performed. So we all love feedbacks, and I'm sure if you check yourself, you really do as well. And that's why it's important that, we give the same to other people as well. Some things that he highlighted here, he talked about how when we even give praises to other people, one thing he shows is also a reflection on ourselves as an individual. People get to know you better even from doing that, and it helps to strengthen the bond of your relationship. He also talked about how, giving validation also helps people identify the special gifts that they have that sometimes they haven't even taken seriously, or for some they don't even realize. I recollect a time when we were sharing at home, with myself and my family, and everybody sort of was talking about each individual's strength. And I recollect my young son telling me at that time, Mom, I know one of the qualities he mentioned was me being passionate. And that explained a lot of things about me, and sometimes how far I can go with things. And I see a particular gift there that he actually put it in the right context for me to understand sometimes how I behave, or why I behave in the way I behave towards some things that I'm quite passionate about. Also, he said it's quite important as well, because when we do these things, it also helps the self-esteem of the other person. So it's quite important that we encourage other people as well and help nurture their self-esteem just by telling them those good aspects of them, or how well they've done in a presentation or anything at all they have done. He also mentioned about receiving praises as well, So sometimes for some of us, we kill it. Someone says to you, oh, your dress is so beautiful. And the next thing you're saying is, oh, well, yeah, I got it for £5. It's not really how much you got it. They're admiring the dress. So when you want to take a compliment, why don't you just respond by a simple thank you? That's just a way of receiving compliments, a way of receiving praise. So he emphasized that as much as we are giving out praises, we also need to learn how to receive praises. Sometimes as well, you know, people give you praises and you come back saying, oh, well, that wasn't so much. I didn't even think that was good enough, just because we're trying to not feel too, I don't know, too proud of ourselves, or we just feel, well, don't overemphasize what I did. But if people really do think that what you have done is deserving of praise, take that praise graciously and just say thank you. That's very important. So he did stress the fact that even in the office, you know, at workplaces, praise is so important. From the boss to your employees, you have to let them know how much you appreciate the work they have done. He gave few examples of how when a colleague or maybe somebody who works for you has delivered on a job, is important for you to feed them back on the job and on what they've done, and of course encourage them so that they can do better the next time. And he did say something that is very important as well, that a lot of people quit their job just because they feel they're not appreciated, and that's based on statistics. So that tells you how important praise is, even as a leader. So as a leader, is something we need to master. And he gave a few examples of how you can praise, just in case you're thinking, so how do I go about these things? He said, I appreciate the way you fill in the gap. Thanks for going all out when you fill in the gap. One of the things I enjoy most about you is fill in the gap. Our team couldn't be successful without your, and then you did an outstanding job of, and so many other ways. So try as much as possible to give praises and receive praises graciously. This is something everybody loves. And one thing for those at the workplace, it did mention about giving compliments on individual or personal looks. You need to be very careful about that, most especially these days when there's so much about abuse and bullying and so many other things at work. So you just need to be careful. So I do hope that you got few nuggets from today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful night rest, and it's your friend again, Buki Odishote. Take care.